What's in here? All right, nothing in the bathroom.
Intriguing.
Apartment. The Najarzinski's apartment, while not too big, is impressive. It's well furnished and displays their wealth. Invitations. A pile of invitations to tea parties and dinners from Warsaw's notable personalities. The most recent one is from Countess Lermontova. Is there anything in here? No? Read. What's up? What's that? Oh, that's in a different room entirely. Okay. 365 dinner recipes for 5 PLN by Lucina C. I think we already read this one, didn't we? Or is this just another one of the recipes? Bread pudding. Slice your bread, wholemeal is best, thinly and dry it to brown. Then mash it into flour. Take 3 tablespoons of this bread flour, a glass of French wine, a cup of sugar. Add 8 egg yolks into it, add some cloves, cinnamon, mashed vanilla. Pour a tablespoon of clarified butter and the foam of said 8 egg whites. Mix together. Pour into a saucepan, greased with butter and sprinkled with breadcrumbs, and put in the oven for a quarter of an hour. It serves 4 to 6 people. Various medications and tinctures in decorative bottles, specifics prescribed by doctors and quacks. That's Rasputin over there. Interesting. I pressed play on the radio and now it's just not making any noise. That's kind of weird. All right, we'll take it. There's still stuff around Rasputin, so we'll want to look around. A bottle of expensive French perfume, gifted to Rasputin by the Nadarzinskis, most likely as a suggestion that he might try to conceal his intense odor for the benefit of everyone. The gift was accepted, set aside, and never used. That's funny. Decorative fan. A decorative fan made of marabou feathers. Aniela's quivering words still waft over the fan, uttered either to her husband or herself, complaining about her failing health and psyche. The small gusts of air didn't bring any relief. The Nadarzinski family. The Nadarzinskis are well situated, quite prosperous. They live in a comfortable life and have friends in high places. No wonder Rasputin has chosen them. He seems to have won their favor by taking care of Aniela, who suffers from a nervous disorder. That's curious. Salutor, maybe?
Is that him?
Not the voice
In
I
the
expected.
flesh. Allow me to introduce you. My dear hostess, Aniela Nadarzinska, and my dear friend, Wiktor Szulski.
Your father had a beautiful funeral.
Thank you.
My dear, we finished for today. Now I'll find out what brings Wiktor to us. What brings you here?
But you were the one who phoned.
Very funny.
Why was she looking at me so oddly? What did you tell her about me?
She's never seen a thaumaturge before. I only mentioned to her how we met. Can I help you at all?
Have you known them long?
No, but Aniela and Lucian are my 2 good souls. They took me, an impoverished preacher, in under their roof. And I'll never forget that.
Are you helping them too?
I am a balm for Aniela's frazzled nerves. But enough of that. Tell me what you need.
You look like you've made yourself at home. Are you going to be staying on here for long?
No, I'm afraid not. They're kind people, but I've experienced another vision. Though not fully terrifying, it is troubling.
Will you tell me about it?
Later. What brings you to me?
No, I won't bother you. We can talk next time.
The Narodzinski door is always open to you.
This is puzzling. Completed the quest Taming Darkness. Okay. So that's all I needed there. We leave behind. Find out more about your father's dying moments. A letter from SR in the thaumaturgic scribbles. Nothing specific about the grimoire. Okay. It's very funny that Rasputin came in here and was like, their door is always open to you. Like, bro, this isn't even your house. What are you talking about? Don't offer other people's houses to me. That's not okay. Don't do that. What is this? Narodzinski family is well situated. Yeah, oh, okay, we had new conclusions. Oh, these are new people. Lucian and Aniela Narodzinski. Mr. and Mrs. Narodzinski are hosting Rasputin in their apartment on Powązkowska Street. The Narodzinskis are quite wealthy and have friends in high places. Rasputin has won their favor by taking care of Aniela and treating her nervous disorder. All right, let's go back to Stradmicha. This way. Okay. So I guess we're making some progress on the main quest. Oop. Oh, this is the building. I mean, it must be, right? Indeed. A large pillar broken in half. Wild fury radiated from here, nestled in the body. This blow to the pillar collapsed the entire building, a punch born of a powerful fist carrying colossal amounts of strength. Chaos. Only chaos can be felt here, devoid of any composed thought or intention. What breaks through to the surface of this disorder is destruction, as if designed in the guts of what wrought it. Worn out leather shoe, dirty from dust. The owner of the shoe was a haughty soul who feared nothing, for whom death was an intruder destroying the order of the universe. He had his feet firmly on the ground, and even when death stared him in the eye, he did not give in to instinct to flee. Yes, the shoe belonged to my father. There it is. Glasses with a bent frame and broken lens. Before his last breath left him, Father's gaze wandered, searching for the source of his end. He did not close his eyes. He passed away with his eyes open, hurling thunderbolts from his eyes towards his nemesis. Anger clung to the crooked frame, not grief, sadness, or fear. Also natural in a moment of danger, anger. At the fact that death came too soon. It announced itself, but did not ask about any unfinished business.
Am I a magician
What the fuck?
or what?
Oh, there's no conclusion. We just have to talk to Uber.
Death did not catch my father by surprise. It seems as if he had been expecting it, just not at that moment. He was practically annoyed about it. There was something he had wanted to finish. And this building, it couldn't have just fallen down like that, right as he was going by.
Hey, Szulski!
What?
chicken butt.
What?
Tie him up. There you go. Tighter.
We took his book.
Well done. All right, let's wake the asshole up.
Wakey, wakey.
What's...
Well, come on, Sleeping Beauty. I haven't got all day. Now, let me get a good look at you.
Oh.
You look rough, fancy boy. This isn't what I was expecting.
So he was her childhood friend.
Well, what did you expect?
That after years of hanging out in Parisian salons, you'd come back handsome and spruced up.
How do you know about Paris?
Nothing stays secret from a Niedzic, right?
Shit. Just read out my birth certificate, why don't you?
Abaurycy Niedzic.
Long time no see, Szulski.
Have you lost your mind? Let me go, then we can talk, equal to equal.
No, Wiktor. This time, I'm on top. What does it feel like to have your life depend on me?
Enough of this. It's not funny, and it's not scary.
The fucking Szulskis. Always looking down your noses. It's because of you my pop died the way he did. And it's because of you I ended up on the streets. Well, fuck, Wiktor. We pulled the trigger together. There'd be nothing to talk about if you hadn't nicked Pop's pistol. So how come Pop and I were the ones to pay the price, huh?
I remember it a little differently.
Oh, now that makes me curious. Does it just so happen that in your version, you're innocent?
No, I'm not. And you're not either. But it's my father's fault most of all.
What a convenient answer. He's not going to defend himself now, is he?
I don't have any intention of changing your mind. We were dumb kids. I can't change the past.
Yeah. Full of foreboding, he desired to push away his memories.
Niedzic? Where's that rat?
What the fuck?
Boss, it's the Cossacks again.
Come here, coward!
Looks like you've got a chance for redemption.
Fun relationship.
Let's show these dickheads you don't mess with the shivs.
So he's like a childhood friend who now is a gangster. Or I think maybe servant family.
I'll take a look around.
Is the impression I got, at least. Daily Courier tragedy on Marszałkowska Street. Several people have died in a building collapse, including respected Warsaw entrepreneur Stanislaw Szulski. No one seems to know the cause of the accident, defective construction of the building, or a deliberate attack. All we know is it could not have been foreseen. Shock and awe. The tenement house was inhabited by 4 families. 3 of them are now in mourning after losing their loved ones. The Boguslavskis lost their children, Mr. and Mrs. Grodecki lost their lives, and Franciszek Konskał-Volski, and the owner of a pram and linen factory warehouse, perished in the collapse. The case is being investigated by the police, while residents are advised caution when walking on any city streets. Inventory of debts. Yeah, so these are all of the people the gang is putting the pressure on.
You guys again. You shitheads better have a good excuse, because I was right in the middle of an incredibly important meeting.
It was fate that decided. We flipped a coin, and it turns out that today we're practicing our boxing on you. Some
Feathers? A beak?
Oh,
I know you. You're... I can't remember now.
look at that little guy.
Fucked up, but today you'll regret it. Today I've got the Demon Master on my side. Show these cretins, Wiktor.
The Demon Master. Oh yeah, this is gonna be easy. Bukovac, no special abilities, 4 health points every round, attack with the Uber. We can do this. All right, Uber goes there. Here, what is this attack? This will cause bleeding. So we're gonna try to interrupt it. Bump, we interrupted it. Oh, and we have Abaurycy in our party now, so we have 2 people. That's amazing. And we're gonna suffering him. There we go. And now, because we have another turn, Bukovac, gonna take out this guy. Cast Suffering on him. What is the next immediate one? This one? Yeah, we'll just quick attack to try to reduce his strength even more. Break his attack. We didn't get the break, that's fine. I love the combat in this game, it's so fun. Oh, don't, you pile of garbage. How dare you? All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna quickly suffering him. That will bring him down. We can Bukovac him to death. Yep. Bonk. All right, so his suffering will kill him, I believe. And now it's just a matter of taking this guy out, which we will do. The quick attacks are very, very powerful. Yep. And now we are going to swap to Uber. And let's see. Get that attack off there. Yep. All right. Bonk. Abaurycy takes him out. He's going to attack us. Ugh. That's fine. Uber, you just hit him so that I can heal. Yay! We did it. All right, cool.
You never let me down. This is the best way to start an evening at Niedzic's bar.
If we're to have fun, let's do it right. A round for everyone.
What a flamboyant line read. What the fuck?
Old friendships never die, right? Here, Polish, pure, the mother of all libations. Enjoy it! Who knows what piss you've been drinking abroad?
So, are we quits? I helped you out. Now, can we forget all that ancient history?
Don't be so sly, Wiktor. We're not squared up, yet. That burns nicely.
My knuckles are itching. Let's go somewhere and pick a fight.
Good riddance. Well, what do you say, Wiktor?
Let's see.
Returning to the subject of the past.
Fuck the past. We're in the here and now. Let's enjoy the moment. Cheers.
You don't want to talk about it? I thought that was why you kidnapped me.
I've changed my mind already. You better tell me what you're poking around my bar for.
You brought me here.
Give me a minute. I want to get a closer look at something.
No way. You're going to keep me company. What, you have something better to do?
Hunting the salutor that was somewhere in here.
What the fuck? Who brought a demon into my joint? I'll give him... Although, hang on now. A demon is a good publicity. Hey, everybody! From this day forth, the London bar will be known as the Demon's Den. Go and tell everybody that here is the only place you can do shots in the devil's company.
What the fuck?
Listen, you keep on thinking about how you can develop your business, and I'm going to take a look around and come right back.
I love...
Go. I'm going to wet my whistle and see how you do your hocus pocus. If you need something, I'm here, and I'll give you a hand.
I love how absolutely unhinged every single character in this game is. There's not a single normal person in this game, and I love it. Bullet hole in the wall with a bullet still stuck in it. My first expectation is always to find fear, doubt, or anger behind a bullet. After all, who shoots just like that, treating it as some sort of game? Exactly the kind of person who fired this bullet, lightheartedly, seeing the weapon only as a tool of enjoyment. Abaurycy Niedzik. Abaurycy. He used to be our third twin. We were inseparable until something happened. Abaurycy's father owed money to some nasty people. We both decided to help him. It all went wrong. The loan shark was killed, and my father resolved it in the worst possible way, by sending me away from home. I lost touch with Abaurycy. He's gone through a lot since then. Is that the only thing we had there? Yeah. London bar. Here vodka is downed like tea, and blows are exchanged in greeting. The London bar does look like a tap room in London Soho, open all night, stinking like a constant hangover, attracting all sorts of lowlives like a magnet. It's a place to forget yourself, a place that urges forgetting by plying its customers with hectoliters of liquors of all stripes. At night, it's a haven for winos and ruffians, but by day, it becomes their curse. More than one has lost a finger or more in the back. It is, after all, the territory of the Shivs, a ruthless gang who consider themselves the masters of the underworld, led by the one and only Abaurycy Niedzik. They spread terror by day, and by night they raised their glasses and drank to a brighter future. What was this again? Did I already read this? Borscht broth, fruits. Oh, it's the menu. Same menu that we saw before in the train station. All right. Ordinary dirty rag soaked with blood. The cloth is stained with fresh blood, the ultimate blood, that which flows from a fatal wound. Carelessly put away, it is the last reminder of a recent brawl with a tragic ending. I know this song. I've heard it in plenty of things. Oop. A wooden pole with traces of knife throwing. Drops of blood seeped deep into the wood, preserving the memory of a severed human ear. The hand that threw the knife had a clear target, an ear cut off in a frenzy with a smile by a mind deaf to any afterthought. Individual splinters still remember the cold steel of the blade, which was guided by a heart marked by competitiveness. It had no precision, only stupidity fueled by the desire to win. Carries the memory of poetry being recited in different situations, whether while picking dirt from under one's nails or mutilating someone's face. The blood-stained blade must be a good source of inspiration, carved with initials A.N. Interesting. From the wooden inlaid handle, Abaurycy Niedzik. Alright. From the wooden inlaid handle protrudes a long, sharp pommel that has tasted blood and stripped people of small body parts more than once. The knife is a bloodthirsty beast that demands to be fed. To the eyes poem. To the eyes. Your eyes are filled with shades of my memories. Close them and look there far ahead. Do you see sunrise, the day's herald? No? For you night is eternal, yes. I see you lipless with hair as long as the past. You are a body warm in my memory. You rot, yet violets spring from you. I pluck them and give myself to your embrace. I feed on nothing. Nothing I affirm and I wait. No epiphany comes. The spearheads of your eyes are hollow. I search for a gaze, but only an eye in hand, definite stare. Warsaw, 1904.
Yes, sir.
Broken window. Fragments of a human tissue can still be found nearby. Some man flew through this window, leaving behind the memory of his bleeding body. Someone grabbed him by the tails and pushed him without much force or precision, rather spurred by adrenaline. London Bar. The London Bar couldn't belong to anyone else, as it perfectly represents Abaurycy's nature. The parties here often get out of control and end badly, or even tragically for those involved. This place smells of blood, stupidity, and foolhardiness, all soaked in alcohol. Ooper's here. I think I drew the only conclusion we can make, so.
Vodka, revelry, extreme opinions, violence. That giant bird must enjoy it, and I'm sure it also stirs up the chaos.
Wiktor, time for penalty drinks.
Feathers, a beak, those eyes. Who are you? I can't focus.
Don't make me come over there!
Do I know someone with mood swings, a tendency for bravado, and a weakness for booze?
So yeah, it's Abaurycy's salutor. That's fun. That's fun.
Have you nosed around my humble little hole in the wall? What's the word?
Share my observations.
Well. How did you get your hands on all this?
I worked my ass off for years. I found myself in shitty positions. Sometimes I had to make people disappear. Pop wouldn't have been proud of me. Maybe it's a good thing he didn't live to see it.
Oh my god.
But then I'd have to kill you.
What?
What's stopping you? You had me tied up in a chair.
Well, I sure did. Maybe the thought even crossed my mind. But I decided to give you a chance. Witness the kindness within my heart.
The line
Tell
delivery.
me, what else is going on?
It's fucking incredible.
Tell me something more about these Cossacks.
They roam around different bars picking fights as soon as they get leave from the Citadel. Sometimes we pummel each other and things continue as usual.
Every single time we meet a character, they're as good as Rasputin. And that's just a lot to balance.
I've had a look around and some things caught my attention. I think they might have something to do with the salutor.
Well then, shoot!
A bucket of dirty water and a blood-soaked rag. Whose blood is this?
As if I remember everybody who's bled on the floor here. Every day we've got to clean up after somebody. Is that everything, or have you found anything else?
Did anybody die from this bullet that got stuck in the post?
What?
Bullets fly every which way here. That's the atmosphere.
The bullet
Was
wasn't
someone
stuck.
killed? Probably, but that's not very unusual. Look how helpful I am. Keep going.
I thought it was in the wall, not in the post. Was the map designed after the writing was done or before the writing was done?
Who smashed your window?
How long it's been? 2 days, I think. This one Russian bigwig was really fucking irritating me, so I politely asked him to leave. What else can I help you with? Tell me. I'm at your service.
You like to go wild here, huh? Are you often the one who gets the whole crazy ball rolling?
You know I used to have a puppy. This little fluff ball was hanging out under the bar. I have a heart, Wiktor. I have a big heart. Not like those morons over there. To Cossacks, a game without a corpse is no game at all. For me, knocking out teeth, breaking hands, I'll take it. A stiff spoils the mood a bit. That's my opinion.
First, go back to the puppy.
What happened to the puppy?
He was called Romeo. He fell in love. One day he packed his bags and ran off with that bitch. I'm sure he started a family. He's raising his puppies and reminiscing. Yeah. My brave little guy. But what were we talking about?
You get a lot of stiffs here then?
Where my corpse here lieth down. Something, looketh around. What do you call a lot? 3 a month on average, I'd say. Danis, that Cossack with a dick where his head should be, pulled out his revolver one day and wanted to play Russian roulette. Only with his revolver. But fuck it, I'm not handing my head over so easily to a butcher like that. Well then I'll ask you, is he an idiot or what?
I have to gather my thoughts.
Go ahead. I have to gather myself a little too.
I cannot.
Lelek. What the hell did you say, Wiktor? You're out of your goddamn mind.
Oh, man.
The salutors' name's Lelek. Well, yes, the beak, the feathers, the trill. He loves the smell of death, and he enjoys risk and foolishness, which he also fuels.
So let's go get Lelek.
Yeah, come on. Where Abaurycy is, Lelek could be as well. Maybe his flaw is speaking for him.
Whoever's with us is with us, and whoever's against us, fuck 'em. Come on, I'll show you places even the philosophers never dreamed of. Maybe your demon will be drinking vodka somewhere there too.
I love the fever dream that is this game's line delivery. I love it so much. It is mind-boggling. I truly cannot follow this actor's very specific line delivery. It is so funny.
Take a deep breath. That's the smell of Warsaw nightlife. Smell it, Wiktor. Relish it.
A bouquet of sweat, shit, and puke. And piss, thanks.
But it's Warsaw's piss and puke, come on. You'll see the true face of Abaurycy Niedzic. And maybe you'll even find what you're looking for here.
Ooh. A broken bottle with blood splattered nearby. Driven by deliberate malice and the desire to have fun, there's no aggression here or desire to cause harm. Just unadulterated stupidity. One hair, another, fresh blood covers them. This bottle's hit someone's head. First it was emptied in the blink of an eye, and as soon as the opportunity arose, it was smashed on someone as an exquisite joke. I believe Lelek is bound to Abaurycy, but we're going to take it for ourselves. This notebook is a vessel into which inspiration is poured, kept close to the heart, serving as its expression. The nib has pierced the paper in some places, so much excitation was in the poet's hand. A record of the pure passion that fills the owner. So yeah, Abaurycy Konstantius Niedzic. Yeah, so he loves poetry. The pages of the notebook are inscribed from top to bottom. Some have been torn out, while others bear the marks of many erasures. Words, 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 including extremely flowery metaphors, revealing the poet's sensitive soul. He's a sensitive little guy. Oh yay, absinthe. After downing the last glass, I saw a thick fog gather at my table, and from it emerged a beautiful woman clothed only in the chains made of pearls and precious stones. I woke up almost instantly, I think, cradling a beautiful, almost naked broom in my arms. Very cool. The Green Fairy. Deadness poem. Blood, blood, the heart calls. The blade heeds and feeds. I choke on the blood. I search for love in the blood. I search still. A dried blood stain in the wood that forms a pattern. What initially appears to be just a blood stain is in fact a poem. One only has to peer deeper into what remains of it for one's attention to be drawn to the individual, smudged words from which it is no longer possible to extract any meaning. Behind the mask of barbarism, the mask of a ruthless gangster conceals a truly sensitive soul. Torn between conflicting feelings, he balances on a thin line between beauty and ugliness, tenderness and violence. Confronting him with his inner chaos might reveal his flaw.
Welcome to my world.
Meaning what? That they've got a guy tied up in the back here too, and they're about to threaten to drown him in the Vistula?
I see the positive mood of the neighborhood has infected you. Wonderful. But you guessed wrong, friend. Here, well, magic happens here. Thought is transformed into word to penetrate the material and infuse the universe with tenderness. All right, let's drink, shall we?
Are we gonna go in a bar crawl with him? That's very funny.
A double barrel each, please.
People come here to tickle their palates with exquisite libations. Let's do a milk of 83.
You're not messing around.
After years of begging and eating scraps off aristocratic tables, I'm not messing around.
You come here to get some fresh air away from the underworld?
I come here so I don't forget who I am. A poet.
So what's actually been going on with you over the last 15 years?
My father ended up behind bars. And as for me, the streets took me in, taught me life. I roamed around, got odd jobs, and when I was hard up, I went begging. I've got a tough skin on me, Wiktor, but the embers of poetry still smolder in my heart. Well, in time, I gained a new family, my shivs.
Jonathan says, I was about to say you can't be drunk and high, then I remembered that absinthe exists. You can be drunk and high at the same time, but also absinthe just gets you drunk. It's just alcohol.
We were supposed to go to high school together, maybe to university after that. Everything would have gone differently, if only.
We did the world a favor by fucking over that loan shark. One way or the other, Pop's debts would have landed me on the streets. If I hadn't told you about it, you wouldn't have hit on your brilliant idea. I'll sort him out with my salutor, you kept saying. You were too unskilled at that magic business of yours, eh?
A gun as reliable and evocative. I thought a Thaumaturge kid wouldn't make as big an impression as a kid with a pistol.
And all in all, you were right. It's just a shame we used the gun.
I trusted my father to help us, but he only told me not to interfere. He swore he'd sort it out.
All right, there's no need to waste your damn breath. He's gone, and we're here.
You've always had a silver tongue.
Don't I know it? Add to that a despicable past, and you've got all the ingredients for a poet.
Now, why are we sitting here instead of at your bar?
My lads, bless them, set me up a poetry reading once, but they're simple folk. They don't understand this poesy. They laughed when they should have cried. Cried when their hearts should have flooded with anger. I don't hold it against them. My bar trades on its reputation as a dive. That's how you make the most money.
What is your plan? Would you rather the name Niedzic make people talk about the king of the underworld? or a great poet?
The poetic king of the underworld. Anyway, they already say that. The Shivs think of me as a bard, and the competition says so too. And since I've got them all by short hairs, they respect me, even though they can't string two proper sentences together. I've got a gift, Wiktor. I can't complain about a lack of talent.
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I think Lelek is attached to you.
A demon following me around? Bullshit.
There are a lot of indications. Your personality, the things you do, and stuff like that.
I'd rather not have anyone sharing my head with me. Can you do something about it?
There's only one way. I have to figure out your flaw, which means pushing you to the edge. But it's not going to be pleasant.
Every day I balance on the edge. That doesn't scare me. Go ahead.
I found your poem. Did you write it in your own blood or that of one of your victims?
Victims? The hell are you talking about? Of course it was mine. I sliced my veins open for art. That's how committed I am.
More like desperate. No true poet needs to resort to gimmicks. He just needs ink, and the world will hear him.
Shit. One more word, and I'll forget about our friendship.
There's nothing to forget. Our friendship is just a figment of your sick imagination.
Stab me in the heart. It'll hurt less.
Wow.
I warned you it wouldn't be nice.
So you did, but, well, it still hurts to hear. Wait, is that all? What about that demon?
Nothing. It actually looks as though it latched onto someone else. You are simply out of your mind.
Well, of course I am. Not that I'm scared. Nothing frightens me. But some weight has actually lifted from my heart.
So what? Should we continue our search?
Oh, Wiktor, lad, how that we tickles me. Come on, of course we're continuing. We have to find that little brat of yours.
Interesting. Wasn't expecting that. He may be older, but he's certainly not more mature. The Chamberlain of Chaos, the Minister of Warsaw's Vagary, the Messenger of Cirrhosis of the Liver. With every sip of vodka, our passion grows, and the city becomes much more colorful, and it belongs to us. What a goofy character. Who could it be? I guess we just gotta follow Abaurycy. I was really sure that it was gonna be him, but I guess not.
What? You give up, you piece of shit?
Do you see what I see?
I see two morons wrestling with a lamppost. How you fellas doing? Who's winning?
It's a colossus, looking down its nose. Arrogant piece of... I swear it called us sons of bitches.
Well, that would piss anyone off.
Salutor's presence. The Salutor's presence is so strong here, it wouldn't take much to lose one's head. Some people stop distinguishing reality from imagination, see danger even in inanimate objects. Lanterns seem to be extremely dangerous enemies.
As I look at it and then at you, I've got to admit, the lamppost is right.
That what?
That you're a pair of sons of bitches, that's what.
You're taking the enemy's side? Suit yourself. We're not giving in.
Lotus asks, is this a detective game where you summon demons? It's Detective Persona. Alright. Who is our first response? 14 damage right there. 15 possible damage here. So we're going to go for interrupt. Ooh. Yeah, actually, we'll just do this. We will heal with Uber immediately after that, just in case we take damage. Oh, we probably won't. Here we go. Inflict suffering as well. We're quick. Bukavach. Here. Howl. We might literally get our turn before they can ever attack. Nope. Ouchie. That's fine. They're both suffering, so now he'll die on his turn. We'll do that, and then Bloody Wedding. How much health does Abaurycy have? Okay, we can see it there. It's fine. There we go. Easy fight.
Well, now, this is a productive night. The more brawling, the better.
Please visit us again.
Time to keep an eye out for Dennis. He was injured in the fight with the Colossus and got lost. I think.
All right.
Maybe the Ataman ended up at the Lockstock.
Where? The Lock, Stock, and Barrel. This Ruski bar up the stairs here. Competition.
Okay.
The night's still young. There's excitement ahead.
So Dennis is probably
Let's
the
follow
person.
them. Since I haven't yet found Lelik, that could be just where he is.
He must be the salutors master. Okay. What's over here? Street lamp has traces of muddied souls on it. Seems someone attempted to climb it. Cossack's hat. A bloody hat. Inside is a label with the name Pasha sewn on it. This is no ordinary hat. It's a vessel for memories of true friendship and a comfort zone in which you can be yourself. Now soiled, used to frantically staunch blood that gushed from a wound born of thoughtlessness. Bar district. Lelik's influence seems to be spreading across the district, pushing people to engage in stupidity and recklessness. This, coupled with alcohol, causes them to do even more stupid and dangerous things, leaving plenty of blood in their wake. In order to find the person with a flaw, I must visit other establishments in the area. Yeah, we're going on a bar crawl.
Private party tonight, no riffraff.
Cheers, Ivan, my friend.
Mr. Niedzic, well, I've got clear instructions.
Don't be silly. It's a beautiful night out. Rare when we see stars over Warsaw. But now look. 1, 2. If you count them all, you'll know the extent of my gratitude.
Well, all right, go on in. I'm fond of you, Mr. Niedzic. I'm just doing my job.
You see? That's respect.
Abaurycy says, I can't believe the lamppost wasn't part of that fight. For real. I'm wondering if we wouldn't have been able to get in under other conditions. Or if that's just scripted.
This is what they call a private party?
Look at that little guy.
What is this, a wake? Good thing we showed up. Double barrel for me. Actually, make that 2.
Isn't that the Cossack we fought? Isn't that Dennis? An ornate Cossack saber that belonged to Pasha. The steel shines and the handle is polished to a mirror sheen. People are not afforded as much love and care as this shashka, which is cared for so painstakingly. There's something else here, a ritual in honor of the deceased, repeated reverently. It's a kiss laid just above the former owner's engraving after each polishing. Alright, let's look around. Try to clear out all the sparklies. Letter to Danis. I hope you're well. It is difficult for me to write this letter, but I want to open my heart to you and not hide the truth. I've long sensed that your affection for me has faded. You no longer write as often as you used to, and I haven't seen you for almost a year. I don't want to remain in uncertainty any longer, so I'm forced to break off our engagement. Be well and think about me from time to time, but don't write to me anymore. Olga. P.S. I am dictating these words to Father Olkin. He wishes to convey that you are no longer welcome in the village, but you could at least visit your mother. Crumpled letter addressed to Danis. The page knows the kaleidoscope of emotions flooding Danis's heart when he first read the words written here. Unbridled anger came first, eventually giving way to bitterness. Finally, suffering took hold, crowning the process of heartbreak. Worn out instruments that Cossacks take on their travels, balalaika. The strings have absorbed the memory of the melodies played on the balalaika, and 1, the heaviness of the fingers plucking the strings reflects the wistfulness of the melody, and 2, the impish lightness is an expression of raunchy humor, and so it goes around and round. The soundboard is filled with longing and sad thoughts. They pour out and wander across the strings, regardless of the melodies played on them. No matter if the song is cheerful, good to dance to, or sorrowful, the memory stored in the instrument does not lie. Its head sees the world in shades of black. Selaman Timur, what is this? Oh god, why isn't it letting me...
Look at her all over him. I'd know how to make the most of being so popular.
What do you want?
Did I hear you talking about Danis?
Danis and babes.
Talks a lot. Makes a big fuss around himself. But when push comes to shove, he leaves them hanging.
So them babes must like him.
Yeah, nothing for us to do except drink and enjoy one another's company.
You seem thick as thieves. Have you known each other long?
Since we were kids. We're all from the Don Host Oblast. Under Danis, we've traveled far and wide with the Russians.
Danis is your commander?
Da, Ataman.
You know Danis pretty well, right?
Yeah, what about it?
I take a professional interest in guys like him. You think I can ask you guys a couple of questions?
Let's see what you're after, wizard.
Danis had a fiancée, but she dumped him. How come?
You know, he keeps his feelings to himself. But it hurt him. That's what I think.
Maybe she got sick of waiting. She had her pick of men in the village.
And is that what made Danis so devil-may-care? A broken heart?
Sure. What would it be otherwise?
Danis read the letter that marked the end of his engagement many times. With each successive reading, his heart crumbled into more pieces.
I won't bother you. I'm just on my way.
I just want to grab the thing here.
Secrets? Not on my watch.
Well cared for pistol with an ornate grip. Steel that's cold to the touch burns on the inside with a mixture of hope and fear. Hope that the cold of the metal pressed against one's temple will bring solace. Fear that though the heart will stop beating, the soul will continue to suffer. The barrel pressed against his own temple, his finger on the trigger, and chaos in his heart. To shoot or not to shoot? Already the pressure on the trigger is increasing, so little is needed for the bullet to pierce the skull. And yet, the finger is withdrawn. The barrel moves away from the temple. Sower of chaos, unpredictable, reckless Danis, whose heart is filled with incomprehensible anger, hides his suffering, grief, and longing. Torn by conflicting emotions, he sows chaos and falls into extremes. His behavior stems from his broken heart, which has become his curse. It is he that Lelek has taken a fancy to. It is his flaw that I need to identify. Unprincipled says the writing is incredible. It's very good.
Maybe it's his hairstyle. If you went after me with a razor like that.
It's you again. What do you want?
Yeah, I really, really like the
You know that
writing.
pretty well.
Yeah.
You think I can add?
All right, now we have everything.
Who is Pasha?
Our buddy, from the same village as us, out past the Don River. We went through a lot together.
Pasha's dead. Leave it at that.
What actually happened to him?
We all stick close together. But when you're drunk, you get some weird ideas. That damned Shashka of Pasha's was a spoil of war. One time, Danis and Pasha got tanked and started playing Russian roulette for it.
Whoa.
Danis clearly won. But that little saber of Pasha's doesn't make him feel triumph, more like love and concern. He really looks after it.
Attachment. Danis cherishes the memory of Pasha, surrounding himself with objects that belong to him. Danis obviously cared for Pasha. He also must have considered him more than just a friend. The different faces of love. Pasha was close to Danis's heart. All that's left of him now are the memories enchanted within the objects that Danis carefully preserves. The Cossack is tormented over the death of one who was more than a friend to him. Was it Pasha's death that spawned the flaw in him, or did it only expose it? Gaze.
I've heard Danis likes playing Russian roulette.
He's such a bonehead. He never thinks about the trouble he'll get himself into.
You'd better watch your head when he's around.
Who'd have thought that Danis was such a sensitive soul? Does he play the balalaika a lot?
Lately, he's been singing either about the Grim Reaper and Hellfire or rolling in the hay. You can't keep up with him.
He goes too heavy on the tearjerkers for my taste. Any more questions?
I won't bother you.
All right, we're gonna. I just want to save real quick in case there's anything else in this bar that I can interact with. I don't want to I don't want to out him to them. I'll just save as Pasha. There we go. So let's look around real quick. There's nothing more back here. Now, can I interact with him specifically? I should talk to Ooper. Alright, I can talk to him.
Danis doesn't think about what he's doing, and he doesn't care about the consequences, as if it's all in the name of fun. He couldn't cope with his broken heart, so he started tumbling further and further into the depths of chaos. It seems like Pasha was more to him than just a comrade and close friend. His death hit Danis like a train. Since then, his life's been nothing but irrational behavior and risk-taking. He's thumbing his nose at death. I think I'll accept the challenge. Time to figure out his flaw and catch Lelek. I wonder if he'll play Russian roulette with me.
Updated my journal. Alright, now we can probably talk to them. Alright. Oh no, I can't. Alright, now let's do this now then, just to see. I may need to go back one.
Well, I'm telling you, maybe it's a...
It always saves me a little bit earlier than I actually saved. That's really weird.
You know, Danis. You think Who is Pasha?
Very weird. We already had this part and it just didn't flag it. Oh well.
You know what I think? You're not being straight with me.
What?
I think Pasha and Danis were more than comrades in arms and blood brothers. On top of that, I think that's why Danis' fiancée dumped him. People from your village kept giving her crap.
The fuck are you talking about? They were blood brothers, that's all. You'd love to find a buddy like that, someone for better and for worse.
Calm down, I can see your faithful friends. I'd better go take a drag of Warsaw air.
If you like breathing through a straight nose, don't try any funny business.
I like these guys standing up for their gay friend. That's fun. Good for them.
Come on, don't make me beg. I'll fix up your head for no extra fee.
I'm in no hurry to go upstairs. I feel like a game. You up for one?
Me? Forget it. I have gorgeous hands. Everyone says so. You're not gonna carve them up with that shank.
What? You eavesdropping, magician?
Lock, stock and barrel? Or the London bar?
The Demon's Den!
You taking a fucking survey? Are you spying for Niedzits?
Sheer curiosity. I work for nobody. I'm the one in charge of...
Devils, I know. Get out of here. I can't stand the sight of you.
I found something that belongs to you. A letter. Is...
Hand that over. If you read it, you'll regret it. It's private.
Easy now, I just wanted to talk.
We don't have anything to talk about. Leave me alone.
All right, gotta talk to Uber next.
Don't mind me. I'm already going.
All right, now I can save. Possibly. Let's try this again. Let's see if this will have actually saved the game state. I do have one thing left I need to know. It probably comes from this talk with Uber. Okay. Updated my journal.
What you sniffing around?
Yep. Provoked Dennis into playing Russian roulette.
You're sitting there so quietly. How about a little game? You play Russian roulette here, lads? Or are you too soft?
Ha! Think you're harder than me? I eat Russian roulette for breakfast. Let's play.
This guy's good, gay
Did
rep.
someone say Russian roulette?
Show us what a tough guy you are, pretty boy.
6 chambers, 1 bullet. Ready to start?
Wait, Wiktor. Let's play with mine.
Yours will do too.
It will be more interesting that way.
Oh, that was a sharp sound.
Does this remind you of anything?
Is he gonna have removed all the bullets?
My turn. It was nice knowing you guys. And you, Wiktor. If fate so ordains, we'll speak in hell.
I don't see any bullets in that revolver.
Well, 4 more.
Yep, none.
We're starting round 2.
Is that how it was with Pasha? Do you wonder if you're going to wipe the remains of my brain off your face?
Brutal.
Shut your trap.
What? You shitting your pants? Gods of Chaos, watch over me.
He's gonna Persona 3 it right now. Summon his persona.
That's the end. We know what's waiting in the cylinder.
You brave enough to cross even that final boundary?
Enough, gentlemen. We were kidding around. Danis, there's nothing in there. I didn't load it.
Pasha ran out of luck and lost his Shashka, right?
You're lying, Niedzic. You're all lying. You think I'm scared of death? The sight of me makes the Grim Reaper quake in his boots.
Well, go ahead.
Watch carefully.
Persona 3 Reload. And his fursona.
Is that lovely song for me? Don't stop. I'm enjoying listening.
Yay! Boss fight time.